Mr. Ron Parker, thank you for being here today. Captain retired, correct?
Captain, yeah.
Captain retired. Thank you, sir, for your service.
Thank you.
I'm just glad he didn't bring his hatchet with him.
We're here. We're here today to honor Mr. Graves, my Comanche Veterans Association, who support me, and we're all supporting a lot of things that he'll tell you about. We're here because of you, Mr. Graves. Thank you. I'll turn it over to the landing agent colonel. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Before we have our meal, as is our tradition, I'm going to have Petty Officer Second Class Clifford Takawana give a blessing for the meal. One of our elite warriors, one of our strong supporters of the Comanche Indian Veterans Association, Corporal Edmund Lee Eddie Mesquite, United States Marine Corps, 64 to 68, Vietnam War veteran, 26 months, fought and killed the enemy in hand-to-hand combat. His family is suffering. Our commander's niece is married to one of his sons. They weren't able to come today because of that, so I'm going to ask Lyman Guy for a comfort prayer for the Mesquite family. Small program with the national anthem. Mr. Graves is going to sing the national anthem. He has sung this national anthem for the opening of the Texas Rangers baseball team on 2 occasions. So Mr. Graves, the national anthem, please. Please rise.
If it's convenient to rise, sing with me though. Don't let me do a solo. Sing with me. That's our national anthem, the greatest anthem that was ever written.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed as the twilight's last gleaming, whose dark stars and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular of our bursting in air came through the night, and our flag was still there. Oh, sailors, that star-spangled banner yet wave, o'er the land of the brave, and the home of the brave.
Please remain standing for the Comanche flag song.
Just to explain the translation, song talks about there's a war horse up on this white cloud, and he's prancing to signify the flag waving in the air. And it talks about the 13 red and white stripes. The white stripes represent those that fought. The red stripes represent those that died in battle. And that's the gist of the translation of the song.
you can understand why he's an auctioneer. I want to share something with all of you because it touches every one of us. These two little grandchildren, they are in it also. All of us. After about 5 weeks of fighting on that island, we got word we're going to be released. We had them down the north end in the water almost. They weren't going anywhere. So it's time for us to get off. So the 3rd Division came one by one, asked us to go off. Now when I hit the beach 6 weeks earlier, I had close to 300 men in my company. And listen, all I was a corporal. Well, one by one we were released. Out of the almost 300, after 6 weeks, 18 of us walked down. No officers. Nobody had run the platoons, but a bunch of teenage kids that walked out of school and joined the United States Marine Corps and the Army and the U.S. Navy, and that's just why we did such a good job, because we were told what to do, and we did what we were told to do, because we loved that flag over there, and we loved our country, and we loved our family, and nobody was going to take it away from us. Amen. Back to you.
Well, we're going to turn this back
Let
over.
me ask you something.
I got my hand on my wallet back here.
See this beautiful thing here? That's a head feather. If you were to auction that off, how would you start?
Well, I'm going to just tell you like this, Don.
All right.
When we have something that is of great value, you can start it wherever you want to. It's worth the last dollar amount that is bid. That's the value. But some things you can't place a dollar amount on. That's life, that's good friends, and people who want to serve the United States of America. You can't put a dollar value on that right there.
There we go.
All right. I'm going to turn it back to you, Rob.
Okay, stand right here. Okay, we have a presentation for Mr. Graves, but before we do that, I would like to introduce the commander of the Comanche Indian Veterans Association, Petty Officer First Class, Kevin Popachico.
First off, my handshake to you there. Good to meet someone like you. Right there. This is what we're here for. Right there. He served over there on the Pacific side. My father, like I said, he served World War II, Korea, and got called back for Vietnam. 3 combat tours. Like I said, any combat veteran I have, like a deep respect, to. We just talked about it. We just lost a veteran. Our princess, which is my granddaughter, was supposed to be here, but like I said, that's her grandpa too. So he's a highly decorated Marine. Like I said, he fought hand-to-hand combat. But like I said, he served in Vietnam. I served during the Persian Gulf War, Iraq, and Afghanistan. But like I said, we do have that camaraderie right there. Like I said, we both, we serve the flag, we keep this country free. But one thing that, with our passing of our Marine veteran, like I said, he continues on with that Marine tradition. But like I said, I thank, Mr. Graves. I Facebook with the Naval Air Station, the Joint Reserve Base out of Fort Worth. I saw him when they were doing the flag raising there on the base, and it just did chills down my spine, seeing a Iwo Jima veteran. So like I said, from the Comanche Indian Veterans Association, I want to thank you for your service to God and country.
Thank you. There's something I forgot. I forgot to ask. What tribe do you represent?
Comanche.
Comanche. Tough fighting breed. The only bad thing is they stole all the women. So watch it, girls. Watch it. I want to end with this my part. All right? I mean, I'm careful.
Oh, when he mentioned Comanche, they tried to take our language away from us. They tried to, like I said, we couldn't talk Comanche at all. Guess what happened in World War II? The Comanche code talkers, along with all the code talkers, that from all the various tribes, here in the United States, they all gathered. Like I said, we have representatives from the Navajo Nation, all the Navajo code. Like I said, they tried to strip our. We couldn't talk our native tongue, but guess what? Our native tongue helped win World War II.
Thank you.
Okay? Washington, back to you. All right.
See that lady standing back there with the camera up in the air? She's 100% Navajo. Woo! Watch out for her. They don't take any business. I'm telling you. Watch out. All right. This is what I want to tell you in closing from my part. I said something that would apply to all of us. And I forgot it. I shouldn't have. But I want to share it with you because you are all involved in this. 7,000 of my buddies were killed on Iwo Jima. 20,000 shot up and taken off on hospital ships, and many were buried to sea. We don't know how many. When we were released and went down to the beach to go aboard ship, we had our cemetery at the foot of Mount Suribachi. And the old man from the regimental headquarters said, "Fellas, I want you to get in file. I want you to walk one by one through the gateway of our cemetery. I want you to walk around and say goodbye to your buddies and your officers." One by one, we filed and we walked through. But I noticed that every time a Marine passed through the two gates, they were reading a piece of paper on the left pole. And when I got there, this is what I read. "Fellas, when you go home, tell the folks we did our best, that they may have many more tomorrows." That's what a Marine does. Thank you so much.
Comanche Indian Veterans Association, we have a presentation for you, Mr. Graves. Davia, please show everyone the Afghan right up here. Show Mr. Graves first.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Bring it out, bring it out.
Sorry, guys, I got the shortest person to hold there.
You.
Okay, go ahead and hold it. Present it.
Well, one thing, Mr. Grant, we always make fun of each other, especially in the Avian Marine Corps. Your check came from where? Department of what? Navy. Where'd your paycheck come from when you were in the Marines? Department of what?
Department of Treasury Department. It was only $50.
We make fun, like I said, this is what happens every time in the Navy. When a squid meets a Marine, all right?
Department of the Navy.
Department of the Navy. He gets his paycheck from the Department of the Navy, so.
Well, you saw that 1775 on there. The Marine Corps was here then. We had no Navy. We had our Navy. We had our Marine Corps. We took it all. But we got a little tired of having the whole thing. So they organized a thing called the Navy. And we call them our cousins.
All right, this time we're going to go ahead.
But he didn't say one thing, Mr. Graves. You're supposed to say, yes, I did get my paycheck from the Department of the Navy, but it's from the men's department.
All right. Mr. Graves, and this is the way I want you to hold it. The commanding way. All right. We'd also like to present you with a video about commanding history.
The tradition of in the tradition of
The name of the video is The End of Tradition of the Warrior. It's about Comanche veterans.
Oh, yeah.
You can find it on the internet.
My thanks. Hey, how do you like that, buddy?
We also like there he is.
Wow.
And a CRPA challenge point. Special man, the Comanche Marine Corps song. Where you at, Kevin? This is for you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir. An honor and this is a great girl. My thank you, Kevin.
Thank you for your service. Pleasure to meet you.
We're not through, Kelly. We're not through. 12 days to tell all his accolades. Thomas R.B. Harris enlisted in the Marine Corps in March 1999. Completed boot training at the Marine Corps Recruit Training Depot, San Diego, and School of Infantry at Camp Pendleton. He served as a basic electronic and ground radar repair man in the Marine Corps. He transitioned into the Air Force Reserve, where he is currently serving. He is serving at Naval Air Station Joint Reserve Base, Fort Worth, Texas. He has served in Iraq and Afghanistan twice, and Korea. Some of his awards are the Air Force Commendation, the Air Reserve Force Meritorious Service with Fort Oak Cliff Cluster, the Selected Marine Corps Reserve with Bronze Star, the Afghan Campaign with 2 Battle Stars, the Iraq Campaign with 1 battle star. So at this time, we want to thank Master Sergeant Thomas B. Harris for his dedicated, faithful, and honorable service to God and country. His father served in the Army and Army Reserve, earned the rank of captain. His aunt was a Marine for 24 years, earning the rank of gunny sergeant. He comes from a long line of warriors. So today, on behalf of the CIVA, we'd like to present you with this honor certificate. And we would now also like to present you with a Grateful Nation blanket that honors all that have served. It is embroidered, presented in honor of Thomas B. Harris, Marine Corps and Air Force Reserve, Iraq and Afghanistan War, from the Comanche Indian Veterans Association. And we would also like to present you with a Grateful Nation mug. Now, Master Sergeant Harris has received his Veterans Gift Bag, which includes an Honorable and Combat Service Medallion and a challenge point. So that's been taken care of. That was mailed to him. So, Master Sergeant Harris,
For the ones that don't know about the Grateful Nation blanket, that has all the campaigns from World War I, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, Persian Gulf War. And like I said, we have a Global War on Terrorism. So that's all of the campaigns that we're all oriented right now.
read what that says right there.
I don't have a glasses.
Oh. It says, Grateful Nation, honoring those who served our country in the armed forces. Girl 20, girl, put this back on it, please. Thank you, Kelly, for explaining that. Okay. Master Sergeant Harris's wife, Andrea, where are you? Come up here and stand by your man. That was by Tammy Wynette. She said he sure likes to talk, so the floor is yours.
Well, first thing I'm going to say, hoorah. I'm being from the Marine Corps. Appreciate everything that you guys done for leading the way, being an example for us, being an example for our new airmen, our new Marines, our new sailors, our new soldiers, and our new guardians, they call them Space Force. So I'd like to thank you for being able to invite me here. It's an honor, it's a privilege. I'm very humble. I don't talk about much about what I've done. Like I was telling the wife, I don't know how much I've done until I put it on paper. So I appreciate everything you've done for us, and you've done for Mr. Gray. And thank you. Buddha.
And one other thing, like I said, we joke around about the services, okay? I told Mr. Graves about him, serving in the Department of Navy. But one thing about the Air Force, okay? I don't know, for some reason, every time they graduate from boot camp, they already got a rack of ribbons. So I asked one of the Marine, Air Force veteran, I said, what the heck is all, you come out of boot camp with all these ribbons? And he turns around and says, well, One for Liberty, one for movie home, one for behaving very well, one for making my bed, and so forth. And no, this is what we do all the time. And so we make fun of each other, but like I said, we serve under the one flag here. So once again, Harris, I just want to thank you for your service to God and country. And I do believe your grandfather or great-grandfather? Great-uncle was a coal company. So he went along the line with, like I said, the lady talked about warriors. So I want to thank you again for your service to God and country. And like I said, it was a joy, that our service that you can do.
Thank you.
Thank you. Andrea, Kevin, we have a gift for Andrea. Wow.
I forgot one thing. One thing. It deals with stars. It deals with stars. Okay? Army, they go out in the field. Marines, they go out in the field. What do? They sleep under the stars. Navy, they go out at sea. You navigate. You navigate by the stars. Damn Air Force, they just go over there and they rate their steaks by stars. And hotel rooms.
Okay, veteran, hopefully you know what to do.
Thanks again, brother. Nice meeting you.
Congratulations.
Okay, before we close the program, our host, our invitee, Ron Parker, has asked for a roll call. We're going to conduct that roll call now, but before we do, I want you to remember, only two defining forces have offered to die for you. One was Jesus Christ for your soul, and the other was the American soldier for your freedom. Christmas for Rail. Christmas for Guy. Staff Sergeant Davis.
Here, Sergeant Major!
Petty Officer Second Class Akawana. Corporal Don Gray. Here. Thank you. Corporal Myers Jackson.
Here, Sergeant Major.
Sergeant First Class Roy Davis.
Here, First Sergeant.
Senior Master Sergeant Mary Stratfield.
Here!
Petty Officer Second Class Mark Donahue.
Here, Sergeant Major.
Navy Chief Miles Gray.
Here, Sergeant.
And Sergeant Freddie Oregon.
Here, Sergeant Major.
Thank you for your dedicated, faithful, and honorable service. At this time, we're going to close the program. We're not going to close it. We'll close it with a prayer, but before we close the program, the Comanche Code Talker read Comanche Code Talker song, Roger Redell song. This is for all the veterans. This is a song made for one of our code.
keep them safe always, Father. We ask you for traveling mercy to go home where we came from, make sure everything is okay, Lord. We ask you in Son Jesus Christ's holy name. Amen.
Okay, I did forget to mark survivor who was a prisoner of war for 1,040 days. And Cheryl Takawana. Her dad flew 51 missions in Europe during World War II. Came back to the States, went to India and flew the hump, the Himalaya Mountains. I don't know how many missions he flew, but these women are our support. They are daughters, sisters, nieces of Comanche veterans. So how about a round of applause for these women? Do you have anything else?
Nope, it'd just be like to thank you, Mr. Graves.